Welcome back to your next lesson in the Arabic alphabet. The first letter we're going to look at in this lesson is jiim. That's how it's pronounced in Standard Arabic, Fusha. In Egyptian, it's pronounced jiim. And the name of the letter indicates exactly how it's pronounced differently in Egyptian. Jiim is pronounced as a g. Very rarely, if ever, as a j. Only in old borrowings from words in Standard Arabic or Quranic Arabic. It's pronounced g back here, like great or given. First word we'll look at in the initial position is gundi. Gundi. Gundi means soldier. In the medial position, we can look at a rather common word for old man, old person. Aguz. 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 In the final position, we come across jiim in barnamij. Barnamij, which means program. Program. Barnamij. Barnamij. The next letter we're going to talk about is a little bit more difficult. This is one of those throaty Arabic sounds for which the language is so notorious. It's a fun one to pronounce though once you learn, just like all of them, frankly. The letter is ha. Ha. Now what you do to produce the sound is you have to constrict your throat right here above the Adam's apple, and you have to pull it in, pull it back toward the back of your throat. Ha, ha. This is often referred to as a hard H if you will. Practice makes perfect. Listen, hear it, and then try to reproduce it. That's the best way to go. It's what method actors do to sound like the people they're trying to act as, and it's what you've got to do as a student of Arabic. Ha, ha. It's different from ha, ha, which is the equivalent to an English H. In the initial position, we find ha in habib, habib. If you've ever listened to any Arabic music, if you've ever had any exposure to the Arabic language, it's certainly a word you've heard before. Habib. Everyone says Habibi. Habibi, my friend, my love. You know. In the medial position, we find ha in mahami. Mahami. Mahami means lawyer. Mahami. In the final position, we can find it in fatah. Fatah. Fatah means to open or he opened. Fatah. Fatah. Remember, listen for it, hear it, and then try to reproduce it. It's the best way to go. Experiment with your throat. There is so much possibility down here, and you'll learn to express yourself, to express letters in Arabic through your throat. Ha is just the first of many to come. Next on our lesson, we've got kha. Kha. Kha is not so hard to pronounce as the ha. It shouldn't take so long for you to figure out. If you speak any German, it'll sound very familiar to you. It's the same, what they call a velar fricative that you find in German. For example, acht, acht, the word for 8, right? Acht. Kha is the same thing. If you speak any Hebrew, this is going to be no problem. Kha, kha. Let's examine the parts of our mouth. First, you've got your teeth, upper row in particular. If you move back from there, you've got your alveolar ridge, which is a little bump behind the upper row of teeth. This is your alveolar ridge, teeth, alveolar ridge, and then if you feel, don't be afraid to stick your fingers in your mouth. If you feel back there, you've got a hard bit on the top of your mouth, on the roof of your mouth. This is called the hard palate. The hard palate. If you go back even farther, try not to gag, you'll notice that the hardness gives way to a softness. That's the soft palate. So, teeth, alveolar ridge, hard palate, soft palate. If you bring the root of your tongue to your soft palate and blow out some air, you'll be producing perfectly the kha. Kha. The first word we're going to look at is kha in the initial position. That's khalig. 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 Al-Khalig refers to the Arabian Peninsula. The next word we've got is a cognate. It's yacht. Yacht. Kha appears here in the middle of the word. It's in its medial position. Yacht. It means yacht. Finally, we've got the verb to cook, or he cooked. It's tabakh. Tabakh. The kha appears here in the final position. Tabakh. Tabakh. Good job. Let's move on to the next lesson.